So here we are in the spooky forest. So this area might remind you of Super Mario World, and that's not just because of the world map graphics. There are actually a lot of secret exits in this world, so I'm gonna be here for a while. You, probably not as long. But anyway, first stage. There are a few similar stages here, so I don't know this one off the top of my head. This might be an area where, I hesitate to call it a mini-boss, but that's kind of what it is. At least it's what it's trying to be, but I don't think this is actually the level. I think this is actually just a fairly laid-back throw some enemies at other enemies stage. You know, with some precarious platforms, which would probably be, a little bit difficult if not for the fact that I had a double jump. Yeah, this thing kind of breaks everything. I could have gotten the ice flower, but nope. And I suppose I can just grab another leaf for the points. You know, the ever-important points. Oh yeah, by the way, those are donut blocks. I don't think we've actually seen... Oh, skills. Oh, no, this is actually the stage where we get to see the quote-unquote mini-boss. Oh man, check it out, threatening mini-boss. Oh no! And he didn't even attack. Yeah, for some reason... That's pretty impressive, actually. But anyway, yeah, for some reason Lakitu's treated as a mini-boss a couple of times. I mean, Lakitu can be tough, but usually not as a mini-boss. Usually just through a normal stage because he's an... Oh, hey, look, it's a clock. I can freeze time. Neat. But usually because he's just an added obstacle that you can't really take care of easily. And I don't want that hammer suit because it's slightly less broken than what I have now. But yeah, he's usually good as an additional obstacle. When he's the only thing you're fighting, I mean, if you don't get a good start against him, then maybe he could hover away from you and he could be tricky to hit, but overall, he's not really that good. And yeah, this is an area where you're supposed to be Mario and Luigi and you can just slide right through, but for me it was well, it wasn't really a platforming challenge. Maybe it would be for Link, but not for me. Anyway, I was going to say, those are donut platforms. I don't think we've seen them before, and they fall if you stand on top of them. There are some more brownish donut blocks that actually fall slower. Like those red ones will pretty much fall instantly even if you don't linger around them. But we didn't see the brown ones in that stage, I think. But anyway, back in the stage it is for me. That was cool. Anyway, oh, where could the secret exit possibly be? Well, if you've played Super Mario Bros. Well, if you've played Super Mario Bros. 2, you know that you can ride Berdetta's egg, and it does indeed go all the way out here to where the secret exit is. And make sure not to drop that key, otherwise, well, you really don't have any other choice other than to jump off the ledge at that point. Not a good thing at all. Thankfully, it's really not too difficult to get that key. Just the hardest part is realizing that's there, and oh, the Lost Woods. I know this stage. This one's got a pretty special secret exit. In fact, this stage itself is fairly unique, because if you've played Zelda 2, these guys should be familiar. These are the generic slimes from that game, which really aren't too tough, but they do hop around and they're tiny, so they're a bit hard to hit. Still, though, they're not really that bad. They take like one hit at all times. But we're encountering a whole lot of them here, and they can actually be pretty annoying here as well. Of course, like in Zelda 2, it is easy enough to... Like Zelda 2, you can also get hit by a Koopa in the dumbest way you could imagine. But anyway, yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot. That Koopa distracted me. Oh yeah, these guys are easy to kill because they're weak to everything and you can just jump on them, and as long as there aren't too many of them, then, yeah, you should be able to handle them just fine. That's why Fire Flower is actually pretty good here, because, well, since they're weak to Fire Flower, then why not hit them with a Fire Flower? Disposes of them quickly, and you can lower the amount of them if there are too many in an area. Of course, Ice Flower is also good, just because you can freeze them on top of a spawn point, and then you don't have to worry about them at all. And we get a boot, which isn't going to be terribly useful for this stage, which we'll see at the end, and oh, you confused that Buzzy Beetle. But yeah, this stage isn't too hard. Just like I said, crowd control, make sure to take care of these guys as soon as possible so they don't crowd the screen, because otherwise they can really get to you. Oh, and there's Spunies, of course. So yeah, Fire Flower and Ice Flower in general are pretty good here. Of course, if I had a raccoon suit, or yeah, raccoon suit. Even though it's just ears and a tail, I guess it is a suit somehow. Actually, no, wait, it wasn't really a suit until Super Mario 3D Land, was it? Now I'm just confusing myself, damn it. But yeah, that would have helped because, you know, I could have had a boot and I could have double jumped over everything. It would have been great. But yeah, here we have the boss. This is why rather the boot won't be too helpful, because boot can't pick things up. Therefore, we have to deal with Birdetta ourselves. Of course, these slimes are gonna be pretty annoying. As I said, crowd control. Take care of them as soon as possible, and Birdetta herself isn't too bad as per usual. It's just those underlings that interrupt our great and honorable battle. Don't you know you're not supposed to do that? Our battle is supposed to be honorable, and you're not supposed to breach our sacred duel, damn it. Oh. Really, Self? Really? Alright, well, anyway, here's the secret level, or secret exit, rather. Well, no, technically it is a secret level because, well, we got a Zelda 2 level here. Or at least a Zelda 2 style level. I mean, it's kind of based off Parappa Palace, but it's not really the full thing. So Link would actually be a pretty good option for this stage, if you can actually get him here. Just because, well, I mean, it's kind of hard for him to get through the rest of the level. This, though, he's pretty good with small hallways like this, and he can take care of these guys with very little problem. I think this was actually like a demo level, like when Redigit was showing off all the Zelda 2 stuff that I was adding. He actually used this level as an example. Can't remember off the top of my head, though. Oh man, I can't believe I don't remember everything about a game that was finished, well, not really finished, but ended years ago. Has been years by this point, actually. But anyway, yeah, the key's a good weapon. It is easier to grab the key as Link, but he can't use the Keyblade now, can he? By Keyblade, I just mean flinging the key at enemies. You know, Kingdom Hearts would be a lot more interesting if everyone just flung the key at everything. Don't whack people with your oversized key, throw it at everything. Anyway, yeah, short stage, and oh, looks like we rescued Zelda. Yep, Toad is also canon to the Zelda series. He is just everywhere, man. Metroid, Zelda, that constitutes everywhere, right? Anyway, do we have any new rewards here? I think we should, right? Yeah, because we only have one more reward after this, and oh, look, this one is completely useless for us because it's a clock that you can pick up and put in your inventory, but, I don't have an inventory, is the problem. So we're just gonna get back into the thick of it, I suppose. Let's see, what one is that? Oh, this is actually one of my favorite stages. Other than the secret exit. But look, we're back in the little Super Mario Brothers stage. Isn't that neat? Of course, as per usual, Fight or Fly is the worst. I hate that guy. Of course, I also don't really care for Freezies. Or the crabs, them and their piano teeth. And, I don't think, oh shoot, what's the basic enemy in that game? I've actually forgotten. I think it's Koopas, right? Just Koopas on all fours, I've forgotten. I can't believe it. Years of playing Super Mario Brothers, and I've forgotten what... No, it's Spinies, isn't it? Damn, how could I have forgotten that? How did I forget Spinies? Seriously. They included Super Mario Brothers in pretty much every Game Boy Advance Mario game, and I played it to death. How did I forget that? Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, Thanks, Self. This stage is pretty neat, though. We've got a bunch of Super Mario Brothers enemies, and the level design is pretty cool, and we get a whole bunch of power blocks, and, I don't need those coins, I swear. The secret exit is actually pretty tricky, though, because, there are a few hidden things here and there. Like, some of these blocks here might not exactly be too stable, I'm just saying. We probably won't see too much of that in this first run, but... I am not doing well, but anyway, yeah, see, there are some disguised falling blocks that were reskinned to look just like any other block here, so we should pay attention to any blocks that might crumble apart. Not just for the secret exit, though, but for areas like this. See? Look at that, we found a whole other area. Man, who knew that all of this was behind the scenes in Super Mario Bros.? Man, a lot went into that game, I'll tell ya. Of course, I guess this means that Toad is also canon to that game as well. I mean, of course he's canon to the Mario series, but he's canon to games he wasn't even in. Maybe that's the true meaning behind the invasion. It's actually Toad invading all the other games, like on the planet. He was in a vaguely Sonic-ish area earlier, that almost counts. Soon he'll be in an actual Sonic stage, and then maybe later, I don't know, maybe he'll be in Devil May Cry, I don't know, just hack and slash his way through stuff. You never know. Toad could probably do that. He could speedrun the hell out of Devil May Cry. I think we're actually approaching... No, we're not at the end yet. Oh, be careful. I thought there were some falling blocks there. Certainly seems like an apt place for those. See, now I'm on my toes. I don't know what blocks are going to fall. Might just fall right beneath me, and that'll definitely kill me. And I don't want that. But looks like it was fairly safe. I was just being worried for... Oh, wait, nope, there was a death trap there. See? I wasn't crazy. You're crazy. Just because they kicked me out of mad scientist school for being too good of a mad scientist doesn't mean I'm overly paranoid, alright? Okay? Are you fine with that? Alright. So anyway, I think now we're almost finished. Once you just run across here and... Oh, there are a bunch of piranha plants in these pipes. Imagine that, more piranha plants. I'm just shocked that that happened. I can't believe they put more obstacles. It's not just a straight run to a pipe. I can't believe this. Level design, enemy placement, entertainment? I don't understand any of this. Okay, anyway, now we're at the end, right? Okay, yeah, Burdetta here is actually pretty tricky because there is screen wrap, so, don't let her eggs go by. Otherwise, they're going to be looping forever until you catch them. And that could be pretty dangerous. So don't let it happen. But we're done with that. I guess that's why Burdetta was the boss of the previous world, because she's the mini-boss in basically every level here. I say that, but the next level she's not going to be. Anyway, secret exit time. Alright, so, secret exit should be down here. Make sure to jump, because that is still a death pit. You'll still die if you go down there. But this is where we need to go, and when we go down this pipe, absolutely do not jump to the left. Just go down the pipe again, and that leads to the secret exit. There is actually screen wrap there, so you can jump to safety, but, I didn't. So anyway, next stage, do not enter. Well, I'm gonna have to say no to that. So, you've played Super Mario World, right? You know how the ghost houses in that game usually had some sort of tricky secret exit? Like, the normal exit wasn't really too hard to find, but it was actually at least a little bit difficult, because there was a secret exit that had some sort of trick in the level design to make you miss it. Well, this level is nothing but those tricks, basically. So here, you have to notice that there's a little area you can get by in the platforms there, and in the top area, you can find this hidden door. All the others will lead you back to the beginning. Here, if you keep on going, there's a door here, but obviously the door up here is the one we want to take. Otherwise, the other one will take you back to the beginning. Here we have a much more simple one. You just have to hit that P-switch and get to the end in time. Easy for Toad. And at the end, you just have to go through this door. There is a segment to the right which will give you a leaf at the end, which kind of implies you need to fly somewhere, but I died like 2 or 3 times trying to get that and show that off, so I just decided to say screw it, I don't want to play this stage anymore, I'm just going to go right to the exit. And oddly enough, the stage based off of Super Mario World Ghost Houses is one of the few levels in this world that doesn't have a secret exit. Instead, we're going to go to Lakitu Warzone. So, yeah, remember that first stage? How we had to fight a Lakitu and he was a mini-boss for some reason? Well, expect more of that. This is pretty similar to the first level. I think I like this stage a bit more, though. Again, I can't remember the level design off the top of my head, but I'll know when I see it. This is a pretty fun stage, though. They're both fun. I do like the forest world, actually. It's got some pretty fun level design overall. Bunch of secret exits. Okay, bye. Anyway, as I was saying, bunch of secret exits that aren't too bad to find other than the underground battle arena, which I don't care for that secret exit, and that's the only thing I don't like about that stage. But yeah, these levels are fun, the first stage and this stage. They are kind of similar, I will admit, but hey, you know, they're fun anyway. I mean, you can't have completely unique areas all the time. Oh, I actually missed. Oh, wait. Yeah, I got that on the rebound. But anyway, I think there's a POW block down there, by the way, but pff, I don't need a POW block. I got most of the coins, and nope. There, take that, Hammer Bro. You don't scare me. I can take ya. I can take you real good. Anyway, I don't even need that checkpoint. I'm just that confident in my abilities, and also I will restart the entire stage if I die, so there's also that. But anyway, let's not dwell on that. Let's just pick up this big old turnip, and I'm pretty sure there's at least one more Lakitu before we finish, though definitely want to take care of that jerk. Vegetables help so much in killing Hammer Brothers. Also, shove, it's over. Hey, are you lampshade? Oh, hey! Oh, you almost made me miss this item, Toad. I could have sworn this was taken out of the game, but nope, the plant's still here. And hey, Burdetta, how's it going? Oh, I got hit, but who cares, because you're dead. Yep, that's the plant I was talking about earlier that I thought was taken out, but it wasn't. And thank goodness for that, because that was fun. And here we have Shell Heaven, which is a weird stage because we go to the left. Whoa, what a wacky concept. Anyway, this area is filled with moles and blue Koopas without their shells. And if you've played Super Mario World, shellless Koopas were actually special. Before I mentioned the, I believe it's yellow-shelled, or yellow Koopas without a shell. If they got into their shells, then they would turn into a disco ball of doom, and they'd be invincible except you can spin jump them, so they're really not threatening in this game. We also have green and red Koopas. I think both of them will just get back into whatever shell they are as normal, but I think they turn into the shell color that they get into. I don't remember for sure, I just remember there are a few Super Mario World hacks which take advantage of weird Koopa AI or whatever it is. Koopa mechanics, basically, I guess you could say. Note to self, Koopa mechanic probably would be a good Paper Mario partner. But anyway, I spent all that time talking about everything but the blue shellless Koopas, which will just kick shells at you. Actually, they'll kick more than just shells at you. If it's an object that can be thrown, they'll kick it at you. Like the blue blocks that you can pick up and throw, yeah, they'll kick those. They're kind of like the things from Super Mario Bros. 3 that I call like Blubbas or something, because they kind of look like Tubba Blubba from Paper Mario. Oh man, 2 Paper Mario references, 1 video. Look at me go. But anyway, yeah. They are kind of like those guys. They'll just kick it at you. And they always look so angry. That is one weird thing. They just always look so angry for some reason. I mean, I guess it's because they don't have their shells, so it makes sense. But, hey, you know, maybe they could be a little less angry. You know, you take your anger out on a shell, you should feel a bit happier, man. Oh yeah, and also they're one of the first enemies you actually see in Super Mario World. There's like a Koopa sliding down a hill, but when I was a kid I never actually recognized it as a Koopa because it was out of its shell, and Super Mario World Koopas look kind of weird without their shells, I have to say. Just weird looking guys. I mean, it makes sense later on in the series when they just kind of look normal, except they don't have a shell and they have undies instead, or something like that, I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way. Yep. Oh, I could have kept going with that. But anyway, yeah. Double jump, boot, and gliding. They're all pretty broken. This is a good stage for extra lives. Oh, wait. Hey, Burdetta, how's it going? I'm going to throw a shoe at you. Oh. I guess she wasn't offended by it. She was fine with it. Just went right through her. damn, I probably can't cuss her out either. My words won't affect her, and neither will my insults. Only straight-up violence will work. Can it really be called violence? I mean, I'm throwing eggs at her. Well, eggs will probably hurt if you whip them real hard at a person. I mean, these don't look like soft eggs or anything. They look fairly hard and fairly large, and as we know, Toad is a very strong, Toad. So he can whip things at people pretty good, and oh, I do not want to pick that up. I want to get my boot back. Gotta get my boot. If I don't have my boot, I don't even know what I would do. What would I do without you, Boots? Oh, and look at that. It's the Invasion 3. Honestly, they should have just stopped at the Invasion 1, man. I mean, all these sequels, they're just so pointless. But anyway, as per usual, fun stage, auto-scroller. Any other details about this? Well, there are a lot of bombs. There's that secret at the beginning. There's that tank. But what else? I feel like there's something else I'm missing from the stage. Might just be an auto-scroller, though. It is a pretty fun auto-scroller, though. And not too many obstacles, so it's not like you're going to be crushed by the nothingness that's following us. But hey, you know, it keeps us from going too fast or too slow, so there's that. Well, there's a Lakitu. Throwing those spiny eggs at me. Oh, that was almost a bad idea. I'm just going to throw this bomb at myself because, you know, I'm good at video games. Oh no, Boot! Why? Damn you, Lakitu. Oh no! Not my double jump. Oh. Lakitu, you've taken everything from me. Wow, this could be like a modern AAA game. That Lakitu took everything from me. I must get my revenge. By being worse than that Lakitu. I'm gonna take his gun and I'm gonna grow a beard. I'm gonna be sad about everything. Okay, that's hurting my throat, actually. I should stop doing that. I cannot be gruff. It's just not possible. Guess I'm just not made out for this AAA video game that I just made up in my head. Well, I mean, it's probably the plot description of something out there. I gave a very basic synopsis. Revenge happens. But not in this game, though. Oh, though I am pretty close to wanting vengeance. Toad, he doesn't hold grudges. He's not that kind of guy. He's a live and let live kind of guy. He turns the other cheek. And also, hey, Mauser, how's it going? I guess I'm brilliant. But yeah, I guess Mauser is harder than Burdetta, so I can't blame him. Can't blame him for adding him as the third to last world boss. Even if he is pretty easy because he's Mauser. I mean, to be fair, I'm terrible at fighting him, so I can't say he's a walk in the park or anything. Because I kind of blew myself up. Good going there, Self. You sure are showing off your video game skills there. You are the best around, and nobody is going to take you down. Except for yourself. Next time on the Invasion 2, Wet Water Zone.